to start, Dr. Patti, with, could you share a few of your personal testimonies, as well as what you've seen from some of your clients or patients that you have been treating?
Sure. So I wanted to vet the patches, obviously, just for myself to see how I felt about them before I started pushing them out to patients. So my husband and I started with the X39, of course, put it on, and we were apparently about 50% of people, according to what I heard David Schmidt say, will have a response that day, and we were a part of that group. I felt greater energy. I felt a sense of well-being that is just really hard to explain. It was just a sense of everything's good, but I have more energy. My husband felt very much the same way. And I'm finding that most of my patients, as I've begun to roll it out to them, are finding more energy, better sleep, and a sense of well-being. I've had several tell me that as well. For me also, I have the symptoms of MS. And I have pain at night that keeps me up, and I don't sleep well because of that pain. So I immediately added Lifewave because of that. And I did the whole body. That's a technique that is described on the website. You can do it local for local pain. And I have patients that have done that. I have a patient who's done it for knee pain and had great success. A patient that's a breast cancer survivor, who has used it for swelling of her breast and the lymphedema that comes, also from neuropathy as a result of radiation, and pain has been reduced in those local areas as well. But for me, I've been using the whole body at night, and I had after the first night, I had about a 50% reduction. And the second night I had I would say about an 80% reduction in my pain. So obviously I'm sleeping better, and that has continued. And I've done that now for a while. I've had patients do so much.
Where did you put the Lifewave patches, doctor? Do you mind us asking? I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, so on the bottom of the feet, and you always use the white the patch that's white, and then there's a patch that's brown. That way they have that electrical communication, and the brown patch on the left underneath the feet. And then the other two Lifewave patches up on my shoulders. So we get that whole connection throughout the body. It's very special. I have a kidney dialysis patient now who's getting much better sleep using it. I have a patient who tells me it's her chi patch. She says, I can't even explain it, but I feel like a new person every morning when I get up and put it on. I have a patient that recovers so much better. He says his workouts are so much better and then much easier to recover from. So just many, many things like that I've already seen in a very short time.
So I'm hearing that your two favorite patches are the X39 stem cell activation patch and Lifewave, which breaks the connection of pain. Am I getting that correct?
Yes, but I have to tell you, I've tried several of them and I love them all, but those are my super special ones, obviously, for me.
And what was you had an interesting story. You were talking to one of your clients that I believe is getting married in Europe. Do you want to tell us that story real quick before I pass to another doctor?
Yes, and she was recovering from an illness before she left. She was very concerned, and I said, well, let's see if we can get you the X39 before you leave. And she has been using it, and she emailed me and she said it literally saved my wedding, and I'm having wonderful travel. And she said, I'm feeling so much better, so much energy. And she was super grateful. And she's a pretty high-end, very busy, prominent businesswoman. And so I thought this is a great testimony.